it's the F and Nerd Show, and today I am talking about Doom Patrol Season 3, Episode 5. Not really. So what I love about Season 3 of Doom Patrol, which is one of my favorite seasons of Doom Patrol, is they get so deep into this evil organization called the Sisterhood of Dada. And the Sisterhood of Dada, they're like, they're not really evil either. They're more like, it's an artistic movement. It's a whole thing. I'll probably describe it after this clip. Let's take a look.
What was that thing you mentioned? Eternal flagellation? Is that part of the Sisterhood?
I asked you a question. Why are you?
Didn't I just answer that?
Did you? Or did someone else just answer with your voice?
Excuse me?
Why are you?
Answer your own damn question. Why are you?
I am because I've loved with Torrid abandon. I am because I've laughed my father's laugh. And I sang the songs my grandmother sang in a ship crossing water. I am because I've bled and I've suffered and found joy from between the fetid trees and in barbershops. But as I said, why I am is of no importance to you, the great Cyborg. A man who doesn't even know himself. A man who knows only that he is a raised hand. And what do you get when you raise your hand? Walk down the street. Drive through town. Lay asleep in your bed.
Man, what the hell are you getting at? Are you saying that I don't know how to suffer? That I don't know discrimination?
How can you know suffering or joy without knowing who you are?
Fuck this bullshit! You don't get to tell me who the fuck I am! The only goddamn reason you're free in the first place is because of me.
Language of the oppressor. And to spill from your mouth with such careless ease. Imagine my surprise, brother. I sat in a cage for near a century, and I emerged Lazarus and beheld a world the same. And this is why the eternal flagellation is so important. Why are you, Cyborg? Because you're born with this black skin? Or because you were made with their metalist eyes? Fuck you!
Sisterhood of Dada, their whole thing is basically, is look at yourself and express. What? Yeah, I don't know. Basically, it's just sort of like this idea of... It's complicated. Like, when they ask questions of, like, well, what is art? Every video you try to look at when you click, like, Dada visit a video, they'll be like, what makes a stinking urinal a piece of art? Okay? And it's because of, when that guy with the bicycle wings, the wheel wings, he was saying, why are you? And he's like, I love with, blah, 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 blah. My grandfather did this. He's basically backtracking his, from his motivation to his, ancestry, and then, the overall ideas about that and how that influences his actions. And he's talking about Cyborg, who is the perfect manifestation of that. And what I love about Doom Patrol here is they take Cyborg, who isn't even in the Doom Patrol in the comics, and they made him into, and he's actually in the Justice League, and ironically, in Zack Snyder's Justice League, he's actually given a decent amount of service. But what they do with Cyborg and Doom Patrol is they really do break down into the essence of Cyborg in a way that I feel like no other thing would have bothered to ever try to do. Just this, having to... This whole conversation, especially with Cyborg talking to a man with bicycle wings, like another man who is mechanical, and also another man who is black, and having to reckon with the nature of, what does it mean to be made by this system or organization, and also fighting so hard to uphold that system and organization, while also being oppressed by that, and having, like, it's such a complicated mechanism of an idea. And I think Cyborg in this season is really trying to reckon with if this idea of, like, is his purpose, his intent, is that his own, basically. And that's basically his whole thing the entire time. At first he's struggling with his father, like, did his father make him who he was? And then it turns to, well, is he just doing it because he wants to be a like, does he think he's better than other people? And is that why he's trying to be a superhero? All that jazz. And what I also like about this is he's trying to join the Justice League at first. That's the reason he's even here. He's basically like, hey, I'm trying to, like, be recruited by the Justice League. And he just gets swept in with the Doom Patrol, and they just sort of ruin his career. But for the better, I think. They basically make him more of a more sympathetic to people with mental illness and potentially criminals. He has a relationship with somebody in the show who was like an ex-mercenary, and he had to deal with that. Cyborg is such a stinking goody two-shoes, and he has to and this show basically forces him to deal with people who are way more complicated than just good and bad. Because half the time, the Doom Patrol, the result of their presence is usually bad. But yeah. What else about Dada? I don't even think I got to the bottom of it still. Like, just the expression of feeling and deriving meaning from that, I guess, is what it is. Yeah. Yep. Or maybe that's just art analysis. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'll get into it. I'm going to do another video about Firefly, the Objects in Space episode, and I'm going to try and get to the bottom of what that's all about. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, goodbye!